Let's jump right in because we've got a major development for any business that's using AI. A huge announcement on data control just dropped, and honestly, it could completely change how you handle local data regulations. So let's break down what you really need to know. So here's the headline. Global data residency is expanding. And look, this is a real game changer. It means businesses can now store their data in specific geographic regions. This directly tackles a massive compliance headache that's been slowing down AI adoption for so many companies. And this isn't just some niche update for a handful of users. We're talking about a user base of over 1 million business customers all around the world, and it's growing fast. For these folks, controlling where their data lives, that's not just a nice feature, it's an absolute must-have to keep innovating. Okay, so that leads to the two big questions, right? Who actually gets access to this? And where is it available? Let's get into the details. Right now, this data residency option is rolling out for 3 key tiers. You've got ChatGPT Enterprise, the educational version ChatGPT Edu, and of course the API platform for all you developers out there. It's a clear signal that this is all about professional and organizational use cases. And they're not starting small either. The rollout is huge right from day one. This thing is now live in 10 key regions, covering major business hubs in North America, Europe, and Asia. A lot of these places have their own really strict data laws, so this is a big deal. The plan is to expand even more, but this launch already solves the problem for a huge slice of the global market. Okay, so we've covered the what and the where. Let's talk about the how. How does a business actually switch this on? Well, the process is a little different depending on which product you're using. And you gotta pay attention here because there's a really crucial difference. For ChatGPT Enterprise and Edu, it's pretty straightforward. You set up a new workspace in a specific region, and that's where your conversations, files, and GPTs are stored. But for the API platform, it's a whole other ballgame. You still pick a region for your project, but get this, the actual requests and responses are not stored at rest. That's a huge detail, giving developers maximum data control. Your data is essentially gone once it's processed. Now, it's really important to see that this isn't just some feature they bolted on. It's actually a new layer on top of an already really solid security and privacy framework that was built from the ground up for business customers. So you might be asking the same question any CEO or compliance officer would ask. How does this new feature really fit in with the data protection measures that are already in place? Well, let's start with the basics, encryption. The foundation here is rock solid. We're talking AES 256 for data at rest when it's being stored, and TLS 1.2 plus for data in transit when it's moving. And those aren't just random letters and numbers. We're talking about military-grade, banking-grade standards that make sure your data stays private and isn't tampered with. And this brings us to a policy that is absolutely critical for any business. By default, your data is never used to train the models, period. That is an opt-in only feature which guarantees that your secret sauce, your proprietary information, stays exactly that, yours. This whole commitment is backed up by a ton of third-party validation. It's all designed to help you comply with major privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA, and it meets tough operational standards like SOC 2 and a whole bunch of ISO certifications. For any enterprise, this is basically the security and trust checklist. So the ultimate promise to businesses is this. Your data stays confidential, it stays secure, and it is 100% owned by you. Data residency doesn't replace that promise, it's just another powerful layer of control built right on top of it. And that leaves us with one final thought. Data residency solves a massive regulatory problem. So the question we're all asking now is, with this barrier gone, what's the next big hurdle for enterprise AI adoption? That's the story we're going to be watching. Thanks for tuning in.